got back from camping about 4 hours ago, and now I'm at the hospital. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. Last winter, after about 2 years of living in our 600 square foot cottage, we decided it was time to move on because we wanted a little more space for when the time came to have kids, and we also wanted to be closer to trails since hiking and biking was something that we prioritized nearly every single day, and we just wanted to be closer. So we ended up moving. You guys saw the garage project that I did, the flood that happened inside, and meanwhile, through all of that, Sadie was also training for her first ultramarathon that she had signed up for down in Southwest Oregon. Now, she was training hard and she was feeling ready, but unfortunately things didn't go super well. We cruised down there in the van, and this is how the day went.
Good.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna cruise out, try to support her for the last little leg. She started with an empty tank. I bought some burritos yesterday and they were not a good choice, so I feel really bad. It's kind of my fault, but she started with an empty tank. So if she finishes this, I'll be blown away. Look at this train. This is what she's been in all day. And it's like a high at 90 something today, so it's rugged.
Go get her. Go say hi.
Now, Sadie just kept chugging along, and we were able to join her for a few miles towards the end, and I was just blown away. She was crushing it after having gut issues from before the race even started from the burritos the day prior. I have no clue how she had the energy. A 50K like this is hard on any day in 90-degree weather, so to do it with stomach issues just makes it that much harder. I was feeling bad, but extremely proud of her for finishing it.
Congratulations on your 50K. Oh, we got that puppy love. Carson, the dogs have one too.
Even with all of the pain, Sadie somehow managed to finish the race, which was incredible. But she was quickly feeling like she wanted to give it another go in a month or so that she could have redemption, because she didn't feel like she really got to put her training to use. So we camped in the van a night on the way home, and we prepped for what would come next. What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Not too long after the race, we were back home, and I came home from work one morning, and there was an Amazon package waiting for me that Sadie said was feeling kind of weird, which I thought was strange because I told her it was a bike shock pump, and I didn't know how she knew what that even felt like. But I opened it anyways, dumped it on the counter, and was surprised by, well, a pregnancy test. And that is when everything changed. Shortly after learning about our new baby that we were expecting, we decided it was a great time to book an international trip to have one last hurrah overseas just as a couple. So we went to Austria and Germany to do some exploring, do a little hiking, rent a bike, and just spend some time together. And fortunately, Sadie was feeling pretty good. Now, we laughed often about how we thought the burritos were the cause for her bad race, not realizing that she was pregnant at the time. And she was able to do her first 50K not only in brutal terrain on an extremely hot day, but also pregnant, which was wild. And while we were on this trip, the genetic results showed up for what the gender of our baby was. And so we had the hostel operator look at the email and then write it down on a piece of paper. And then we took it to a local pub so that we could learn there. Okay, I told the waiter pretzel if it's a girl and a sausage if it's a boy. And we gave her this paper that says it inside.
Oh,
Two.
wait, two. Hold up.
It's a girl.
Oh,
She threw us off with two.
I know. Hold up. Twins,
two
we
of
didn't
them.
know.
Nice.
Hey, it's a girl.
After learning that we were going to have a little girl, we were super pumped, and we spent the rest of the trip walking around talking about what was to come. We got to see the Sound of Music house, check out the Red Bull hangars, and explore around southern Germany and Austria before we packed it up, headed home, and started to get the house ready for what was to come. And that is what brings us back to this camping trip that I was on the night before she was born. Sadie had told me to go. I was excited to, and I'd brought my satellite phone in case she needed to get a hold of me, but she didn't. And so when I got home, she said she was feeling a little crummy, but we had an appointment with her OB that day, and so a couple hours later, we drove to a stroller store to look at some strollers, and then we were going to go to the hospital. But when we got to the stroller store, things changed. We rushed to the hospital, and not even 10 hours later, we had our daughter. Sadie did an amazing job with the whole birth process. It was really incredible to watch, and I was just blown away. How one day we drove in, just the two of us, and then a couple days later we were home with a new baby that not only had she given birth to, but now she was sustaining it. She was able to feed it and keep it alive, which was just wild. Such a miracle. And it took us a bit of time to get used to things. There was certainly a lot of late nights and early mornings and big questions as to if we were doing it right or not. But fortunately, she stayed moderately healthy, and while we had a little bit of a struggle with her weight and feeding at first, things started to sort out, and we were able to start to find our groove, try to keep some of our normal habits, get outside as much as we can, and adjust to the new life with our baby girl.